Okay, Matt, we have another question here.
You have a lot of questions today, Jordana.
It's not from me. It's from somebody else.
Okay.
It's from at Stats Room. This guy's always in our
Who? What's
comments.
his name?
Stats Room.
Stats Room.
Yeah, he's a certified gem dropper.
Shout out to Stats Room.
He asked, how should you start investing to build capital in real estate? Wholesale, fix and flip, or buy and hold?
How should you start investing to build capital? To get, or how to get started in real estate to build capital to invest? Basically, it sounds like the same question to me.
Kind of, yeah.
All right. So, Stats Room, shout out to you for the question. We really appreciate it. There's many ways you can get started with real estate. I think you said wholesaling was one of the options that he listed. Definitely, you can wholesale. Wholesalers is basically a middleman. They are signing contracts over. They bring in together sellers and investors at a wholesale, quote unquote, wholesale price. You're signing over the contracts, so you have to learn the game and the rules of engagement for wholesaling. This video is not going to teach you how to wholesale. There's plenty of people out there that can teach you how to do that in longer form content, but I'm just telling you that is an option. I think the option that people overlook all the time, especially if you're trying to build capital, is just being a transactional professional, right? A wholesaler is an unlicensed realtor, basically. But why not get your real estate license too at the same time? A real estate license is only going to cost you a couple $100, depending on the states, maybe less than $500 nationwide, right? It's going to take 75 hours. Plus, if the state has specific hour requirements, maybe another 2 to 3 hours on top of that. But if you really think about it, 75 hours, even if it's 80 hours, that's 2 weeks worth of work. 9 to 5, that you can really go take your real estate license, take the exam, the school exam, pass the school exam, and then apply for your state and get licensed. So you can get your real estate license in 60 days in most cases, right? And it's going to cost you less than $500, and it's giving you the license to print money. You can now work with listings. You can work with buyers if people are looking to rent property. You can rent them apartments and homes and things of that nature. You can do property management with your real estate license. So I think that's an overlooked thing, and especially in this day and age where everybody wants to make money fast and like right now. I think people are overlooking the benefit of having your real estate license. And plus you get to learn, you get access to information, MLS, and things of that nature, which is only going to help you in your real estate career. You can get your MLO license, your mortgage loan originator license. I have an MLO license as well. I've been doing this for 20 years and I've had ups and downs, but overall I'm blending out success, right? If you take the ups and the downs with it, I'm still blended to be a successful loan originator. And it saved my life. And that's even less hours. I think it's only 25 hours requirement. Maybe we need to make a whole video just on how to get licensed and the steps you need to take, but that's a different topic. But you can do that 25 hours, take the class exam, pass that, then take the federal exam. Once you pass the federal exam, I think with like a 70 or 75 or something like that, you can now apply for your license, but you're going to have to get sponsored by a bank or a mortgage brokerage to get your license activated. But then now that's going to teach you the finance side of things. And you don't have to show people houses and things of that nature. Now you just have to build relationships with realtors and other people who work with buyers and potential sellers as well. But that's another way to make money if you want to build up your capital to invest. So I think I want our audience not to discount becoming a professional and getting licensed, because all of these different licenses is just going to give you more knowledge and more access and more information and get you and have you around more people. So that's another way. What was another way they mentioned?
He mentioned fix and flip. I know Egypt Sherrod in our previous episode, was just like, look, I'm the fix and flip queen, but
she's on buy and hold.
Yeah, buy and hold in this market.
Yeah, so we have to always realize, right, there's two ways about this. You have earned income and you have passive income. Buy and hold is more passive. You're going to make money, but you're thinking more for your long term. That's not going to bring you, that's not going to get you rich today. Maybe it will definitely increase your net worth, but net worth can disappear like that because it's paper money at that point. But so if you're looking to build capital, you have to do transactional things. You have to focus on your earned income. So flipping houses is a form of earned income. But if you ain't got no money, man, to even invest in how you flipping the house if you ain't even got no money to buy the house to flip it. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, what I would recommend anybody who's new that's coming into this, if you want to get into this business and build capital, wholesaling, licensed realtor, licensed mortgage loan originator, even hell, a home inspector, right? You can get your home inspector license probably in less than 30 days, 45 days, just depending on the state and their individual requirements. And even from there, you got to think about a home inspector is charging $600-700 per inspection. Once you learn the home inspection game, hell, you can go inspect homes and you do 2 or 3 of those a day. That's bringing in a good chunk of money, right? Obviously, if you're working for a company, you're going to have your split, and it's a lot more that goes into it. You're going to have to shadow people, be an apprentice, because if you don't know construction, then you shouldn't really be like a home
Inspecting
inspector,
homes, right?
right? But so this is things that, especially if you handy and you've been doing that, that's a great way. Like my guy Mike, he was in construction. He had a whole construction company, and he went and got his home inspecting license and shut down his construction company. He does home inspections full time, and he's doing like 3-4 a day.
It's easier money.
It's easier money. It's less time spent, and he's in and out.
Right.
And he's a great networker. He's always around people, around realtors, and he's making great income from doing it this way, right? So that's another option. Hell, shit, you could be an insurance agent.
What about an appraiser?
You can be an appraiser, right? You can now that's a longer process to become an appraiser, but we need more black appraisers out there. So I think that's another way you can look into getting into real estate, to build up capital. Insurance, selling insurance. Everybody needs insurance, whether it's car insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance. So that's another way to build up your capital, and it doesn't take much financial commitment to become a licensed insurance. Now, obviously, you're going to take some time. You got to do a lot more with compliance and things of that nature. So your time frame will probably be a little bit longer than an actual realtor or loan officer. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be worth you going to get your insurance license. So there's so many different ways you can build capital and still be in that real estate financial services career or area and build up your money. So now you can go out here and invest. And when you get to a point where you have enough money to invest, you're going to know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
And you're going to have all your resources built too at the same time.
And a network.
And you're going to have the network to if you flip in, now you have a network of people. If you really work it the right way, where you can say, hey, I got this product coming to the market. Do you have buyers? Right? Bankers, do you have pre-approved buyers that you can send to my flip? So again, I don't think people should discount becoming a licensed professional. It could change your life.
Okay, I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Well, if you love it, then I like it. Right? And who asked the question again?
Stats Room.
Stats Room. Shout out to you for the question. If you guys have any questions and you want me to answer them in these type of videos, hashtag AskMG. Ask the question, leave the comment, and then hashtag AskMG, and I'll answer your question. Peace.